Hey, what's up guys? It's Apollo here. Hope you guys are doing well and welcome back to Third Age Total War Reforged. So this is a 2 vs 2 pitched battle. We've got a battle of good factions. So in this scenario, all the orcs have been slaughtered. Mass orc genocide. Okay, so now the only thing to kill is each other, which is not that far off. You know, it's not that bizarre because whenever you have a massive evil force, people tend to join forces to bring it down. Once that force is gone, then they look inward and start killing each other. It's just, well, it's just human, elven, dwarven nature, I guess. So we've got 2 Gondor armies, and they're going to be taking on the High Elves, and we also have the Dwarves with the High Elves, who are way back here. So very nice, very nice. So we got leading the Dwarves, Lord Nagladur. So there you go. Pretty sure I got that name spot on. Then we got Mini Machi. He's leading the High Elves. And then back over here, leading Gondor, we've got Great Gats. And I believe that's his full force. The other army's way back. Look at this force. We got Argon. Okay, so those are the names. Interesting names. Let's go to this side of the battle because it looks like this is where it's gonna really pick up. Nice cav charge from the High Elves, taking out some Athelian Rangers. Now they're gonna push and try to get to this trebuchet, and that's gonna be a pretty big vulnerable target. Gondor really needs to close in some infantry and really protect this trebuchet because this cav, I mean, look at them. They haven't even lost a single man. They're going ham right now. No, they're starting to lose troops because they're going against the veterans of Osgiliath. So they're going to try to get out of there. Also, Gondor closing in with some cav as well. There they go. They escape with fairly healthy numbers. Fairly healthy. I mean, they did some damage, but they didn't silence the trebuchet. They didn't silence the Rangers. So I don't know if that charge was worth it. But yeah, the elven forces are going to have quite the task ahead of them. They've got a lot of trees in their way. They've got to take on this high ground that Gondor is controlling. I think they just have to play it safe here, and I think they're going to have to wait for the dwarves to get around. Because I think all of Gondor, yeah, look at this. This entire force is making their way to join forces with his ally, which is good because the dwarves, they can now possibly sneak in some troops, but they've got such a long way to go. Honestly, I don't know if this is a good strategy because by the time they get behind the 2 Gondor armies, well, they could easily focus down the elves, and the elves would have to fall back, which they are moving back their archers. That looks pretty cool, watching these archers fall back to the safety of the spearmen, the Eldar Enway spearmen. They do not have, they do have a ballista, so this is a great tool taking out trebuchet and other artillery pieces. So they should be able to snipe out that trebuchet for Gondor. But the archers are continuing to put suppressing fire on the elves. Now, thankfully, the elves are using the trees to kind of protect them. And also, thankfully, he's using fire arrows. Why is he using fire arrows? I don't know. I can't tell you. But he is. So that's good for the elves. He's just kind of wasting shots. I mean, they're very inaccurate. I mean, if they hit, they do a decent amount of damage. But I don't know. I think you're better off with standard shot. I think you're better off. Ooh, trebuchet. Oh, I heard that. My goodness, trebuchet getting some good hits on these swordsmen. So what we're going to do now is actually speed it up a little bit, and we're going to see how this progresses. So far, it's a nice little skirmish phase. The elves are just hanging out. They're not necessarily fighting back. They're hanging out, and I think that's because they want the dwarves to flank around. I think they want because, well, actually, hold on. They're turning back. Gondor's turning back. But he's got to move fast. If he wants to try to hold back the dwarves, he got to hold them here at this choke point. But I think it's too late. I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time. And yes, Gondor is moving back into position, which is good. Which is good for the elves because he could have gotten double teamed there. I don't know. If I was Gondor, at this point, I would just like rush the elves. Because before, I mean, all these forces here are moving back. But before they started moving back, they were pretty close. And they could have joined forces and smashed the elves and just destroyed them. But instead, they're going to let him go. And they're going to split up. And that's exactly what the elves want Gondor to do. It's what the dwarves want Gondor to do. They want him to split up their forces. And they want it. So it's a nice 1 versus 1, technically. You know, like there's 2 battles of 1 versus 1 with the dwarves move into this flank. So we're still going to 6 speed. I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut it until they get into position, guys. So I'll see you there. Okay, here we go. So the dwarves are making a mad dash across this land bridge, and Gondor is setting up in the tree line, it looks like. In fact, no, he's going to keep pushing. He's going to keep pushing and keep going. I think he's going to try to pin the dwarves down, but it seems like the dwarves have taken too much land here. They're going to have plenty of space to try to maneuver his forces around. I think he should push up too. He's putting himself in a hill disadvantage, you know? Gondor resting here, a little bit of a goat charge into the Gondor infantry. And Gondor should be able to pick off some of these guys. Come on, some of them. Insane. None of the goats died there. That was crazy. And here we go. Here comes the dwarves. We got some merchant militia from Dale going in. And this is our first infantry clash. And things are going to get messy over here. We got 2 factions that have excellent infantry, excellent cav, which the dwarves really... Like, these Ironfoot Hammer Guard, they're so goofy. I love it. Nice, a little cav charge over on this side as well. So not only are we having infantry collide here, we're also getting a lot of cav action. More and more of Gondor's infantry pouring in through the tree line, ready to join the fight over here. How's this progressing? It's looking pretty cool. Dwarves also have to send up some reinforcements. Get their infantry up there. You don't want to get outnumbered by Gondor, you know, and slowly chipped apart. Gondor, look at this. Gondor sending over some Gondor spearmen. Now we're going to charge the crossbows of the dwarves. And look at that mini-map. The elves and Gondor still just kind of looking at each other as the men and dwarves slaughter each other. Now we got some pikes closing in. Ironfoot pikemen trying to protect the crossbows. Some Erebor infantry flanking around the Gondor spearmen. Let's see what's happening over here. Oh, Gondor has broken through. This is not good. They're now going to be able to surround the rest of the dwarven infantry. The dwarves need to turn these Ironfoot guards around and quickly protect their flank. We also have some well-positioned archers over here. Check out these guys. Excellent, excellent placed archers. So they're going to get some nice shots at the reinforcement forces in the back. More and more Gondor infantry spreading around. This is not good for the dwarves so far. I definitely think this is in favor of Gondor. And the reason that is because Gondor had his army well put together. You know, he had his supporting forces all right there. So he's overwhelming the dwarves. Look at that. Look at that formation charge. That was epic. He's got his nobles going in against these Khazad sentries. Now we got the Axemen of Erebor. Here's the thing about the dwarves though. Even though sometimes it feels like they're outnumbered or they're outflanked, the dwarves they have excellent heavy infantry, and they can fight their way out of anything. So while that's going on, it looks like we got a little bit of a cav engagement. Yeah, a little bit of cav engagement between the elves and the men over here. And oh, sure enough, is Gondor gonna commit? No, he's actually falling back. So the 2 players being very timid right now, being very hesitant. Look at the amount of casualties the elves have taken. They have just taken a beating. I think a lot of their forces might be hiding in the trees here. It just doesn't seem like their full army. Oh, he's got some archers over on this flank. Oh, he's got more men over here too. So yeah, he's kind of spreading out his forces, but he needs to make a move soon. I mean, I don't know if the dwarves can win on this side, but we'll see. Let's head back over this way. Love these battle lines. Just like, unlike any other Total War, Medieval 2 battle lines are just amazing. Oh, we do have, look at this. We got some goats in the back line, but they're charging the Wardens of the White Tower. It's a heavy infantry. I don't know how effective this is going to be. Is this their general? No, it can't be. That's not their general. He wouldn't throw him in the, yeah, that's not. Got some more nobles going in, trying to protect this side. This side looks pretty good for the dwarves, but in the center is where he's really struggling. You see the men over here really push forward. Oh yeah, look at, I mean, it just seems like Gondor has this under control. Citadel Guard. Nice little flanking maneuver by the Ironfoot pikemen. We also have the Erebor infantry, which is a really good infantry. So the pikemen making their way. Making their way. So pretty close fight here. The elves and men, they're still, looks like we do have some forces moving around. So let's go ahead and fly our way back over to that side. Oh, here we go, here we go. Hey, Arnold, here we go. Okay, so here comes the charge. And Mladra's Cav charging uphill, going for an archer charge. Let's see if they can pull it off here. These archers, come on. Not a lot of good hits there. I was hoping you'd get a pretty good volley on this Cav and cut a lot of them down with the archers, but it seems like that's not going to be the case. Now Gondor Cav moving in. The Ballista opening fire, going after the Wardens of the White Tower, trying to take out very expensive units, so they're less of a problem in close combat. There we go. Oh, good hit. Good hit on the Eldar Enway warriors. These archers getting some nice flanking fire. So we got a really, really intense skirmish with some Cav play going on between these two forces, which is not surprising, especially with the elves. Elves known for, elves known for their Cav, and really everything else. Elves are just an all-around great faction. So the High Elves being able to protect their archers, moving up their Eldar Enway swordsmen. Ooh, that artillery. There we go. And again, they're going to be able to protect their archers. So nice map awareness. Let's fly back over to the dwarves and see the dwarves in Gondor and see how this is progressing. It's progressing, that's for sure. I mean, this is just a nasty, nasty front line. Nice. So these the guards of Osgiliath. Yeah. Taking on these Axemen of Erebor. We got more Erebor infantry pushing through us. Look at this, pushing through a gap here in the lines. This is why I love Medieval 2. You just won't see this in any other Total War. The men of Gondor, we got shielded Fountain Guard. They're going to try to close in and protect the flank. And now the Erebor infantry closing in on those shielded, what are they called? Fountain Guard. Yeah, Fountain Guard, that's it. Wardens of the White Tower moving in. Looks like Gondor's using his general's bodyguard, trying to chase down some dwarven crossbowmen. But it's really risky. And I think his general is in this unit. Possibly. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, you heard me. You heard it there. They've lost half his men. The dwarves have lost half of their men. I was going to do a short joke there. Yeah, but never mind. You guys got it. They lost half because they're dwarves. Half of men. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop right here. Let's go back over to the Elven fight because it seems like there's a lot more tactical going on over here. Do we have any infantry colliding here yet? Doesn't look like it. Gondor just has such a solid position up on this. Oh, no, we do. Eldar Enway Spearman going in for the kill, trying to take this hilltop. And the cool thing is if he takes this, he can use it against Gondor. So if I was Gondor, I would not give this up. Look at this, all these dead men from archers. More Cav moving in. Look at this. Gondor trying to protect his front lines, protect his archers against the charging Elven archers, who I imagine at this point have used up all of their ammo. Got more men down here. We got a bit of a Cav charge. Some Mladra's Cav. Look at this. Oh, wait. They're charging through their own men. I'm an idiot. I was like, look at this. He's charging Cav into... Oh, his own men. Oh, nice. Gondorian winged swordsmen. They're getting rocked right now. What? I mean, he's just... Whenever I see stuff like that, I just see money signs. Just like, you're losing money. You're losing money because your men are dying to archers. They should be dying in close hand-to-hand combat. But yeah, the elves are making a bold push. Let's go back over to this side. Let's see how this is progressing. I mean, this is going to be such a slugfest. Oh, the dwarves are surrounded. The dwarves are surrounded. Looks like he's falling back, and the men are pursuing. The sons of Argonath pursuing the dwarves. Is General still in close combat, or General's bodyguard? I'm not sure if it's General's in there. There he goes. He's going to charge in here. Silence these dwarven crossbows. So, yeah, let's go ahead and zoom in on the mini-map. And you can kind of see the green is the dwarves, the red are the men of Gondor. Back here, what's going on back here? Yeah, they're fleeing. They're falling back. All right, so let's zoom out. So yeah, this battle is coming to a close. I don't think the dwarves are done yet, but they certainly have. They've lost a lot, and now they're going to be outmaneuvered because we got some veterans of Osgiliath being they're going to soon flank around these dwarves, these Erebor infantry, and take them out. Honestly, that's the best way to take out these guys because they are so strong. Let's go back over to the other side and see how this is going on. Gondor archers holding the line against the Sindar Blade Masters. That's a fight they're going to lose. Then we got the guards of Osgiliath using their pikes to hold back the Eldar and Waste swordsmen. The elves are, look at this. Look at this big gap. Big money right here. Just push with the spears, and he can flank around and break these Gondor infantry. And then he can, if this line collapses, then obviously this line is going to collapse. You've got to send up more infantry up here. Ballista's now firing into this mess as well. Gondor Cav going in. I just heard someone say, "My leg!" That's amazing. Oh, so the elves went for the trebuchet. Does the trebuchet even have ammo at this point? Is it worth going after? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There we go. Good hits with the artillery. Great hits with the artillery. I think the elves have this under control, which is good because his dwarven ally is kind of struggling here against the men of Gondor. They're just kind of cleaning them up at this point. The dwarves still have a solid force back here, but what is this? Oh, it's just his general. We do have Sons of the Fallen and some crossbows. So, I mean, it's not a lot of dwarven units, but they're the dwarves, and they can still destroy a lot of forces. Like, they can still do a lot of damage. So, Gondor needs to take it slow here. He doesn't want to get too aggressive and mindlessly charge in and lose, you know, half of the army that he currently has. Yeah, but over on this side, I mean, this was really impressive from the elves. The fact that they were able to charge a very defensive position, and they're winning. They are easily winning this battle. I think the ballista has really helped them out. Forces just, you know, trying to fight back to back. Trying to protect multiple flanks. Elves still doing a lot of damage in the back lines of Gondor over here. And they're also getting attacked over on this side. I'm pretty sure that's all of the forces, though. I mean, it's still going to be close. Oh, Sindar Blade Master's going in for the kill. This might be the nail in the coffin, boys. The last nail in the coffin. That little charge. Now he's moving up his ballista crew, so that's telling me he's out of ballista ammo. Now we got Sindar Blade Masters moving in. They're going to surround these veterans of Osgiliath. And it just, everywhere I look, it seems like Gondor is surrounded. It just seems like it's only a matter of time. So it's basically the opposite of what's happening here, where Gondor is winning. But what does Gondor do now? Well, first off, he's cleaning up some more dwarves. Ridiculous. It's insane. I mean, dwarves just are so stubborn. They won't give up. So he can charge forward and deal with these dwarves, which I think is a bad option. I think the better plan here is to actually retreat and go to your ally. I don't know. Because by the time he gets back, the elves will have this hill. And do you honestly want to charge the high ground? That, I mean, if the men here can hold, if the men of Gondor can hold for like another 5 minutes, which it doesn't look like they will, then maybe falling back and trying to help out your teammate would work. But I don't know about that. I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of Gondor, but that's only because the Sindar are wearing silver. So they kind of blend in with the Gondor forces. Alright, the Ironfoot crossbowmen moving up. And yeah, the dwarves are coming back for more. I mean, it's such a close battle on this side. I don't know, like it felt so. Oh, the elves have sent over some, look at that, they sent over some cav to kind of harass the Gondor archers, and the dwarves are moving forward. So it's still really close just based on looking at Gondor's numbers. I think Gondor has the advantage, but the dwarves still have enough to defeat this force easily. He's got crossbows, he's got his general, which is a really good unit. Very healthy. Oh, you see a unit of 69 giggity. And then over here, he's got Sons of the Fallen, 68, almost giggity. And then he's got his Ironfoot guard. Oh, and they killed the general. Gondor's general dead by the crossbows. And there goes the other general for Gondor. And the two Gondor generals die within seconds of each other. That is very tragic. He should have kept this general far away from any kind of skirmishing units. Now the elves are cleaning this up. And soon, the men of Gondor will have dwarves right in front of them and the elves right behind them. Look at these brave Gondorians. Fighting to the bitter end. Surrounded by pointy-eared bastards. So they're going to do what they can. They're going to try to kill as many elves as possible if they're going to try to win this battle. It's looking more and more in favor of the dwarves. But the men, I think Gondor realizes they've got to go. They've got to go, and they've got to defeat these dwarves before the elves show up. Once they defeat them, they can quickly reform and prepare for the elves. The elves, I mean, they're just as exhausted. I mean, they've used up all their ballista ammo. They used up all their archer ammo. It's just going to be a slugfest here on out throughout this battle. Got a little bit of a duel here. Look at the banner carrier taking on one of the Gondor infantry. We got some axemen closing in, though. And here we go. The two forces about to clash once again. What Gondor needs to do here is just use his numbers, outflank them, and surround them. Outflank and surround. Yeah, the door's falling back. Getting close to the end of this replay. It's still... You know, it's looking in favor of the dwarves, but it's still really too close to tell. Here we go. Some nobles about to flank. There goes the charge. Veterans of Osgiliath going right after these Ironfoot crossbowmen, which he's going to have to use as a melee unit. We got the dwarven noblemen forming a line on this side. But again, just outflank them. Go, go, go. Get as many troops in there as possible. Outflank. Do some damage. There we go. Charge these guys in. Citadel bodyguard. Get them in. Come on, go. No time to stop. Just keep pushing. Nice. Well, just got to keep pushing. Now the noblemen are pushing in. Got to try to outflank them. There's a little bit of a gap here the men are going to go for. The elves still harassing the back lines of Gondor. It's very unfortunate for them. There we go. They tried. Oh! It's looking good, but we got even more men of Gondor closing in. They've got to get behind these dwarves. The dwarves are making it very difficult. He's doing a good job considering the amount of troops he has. And he is not able to outflank the dwarven general. Insane. But he does have some really healthy Gondor spearmen. They've got to flank around. He's got to move tighter than that. He's got to move in. He's wasting time. Turn these guys around. He's got to get right. I would stretch him out really long. Oh, wait. The dwarves, they're falling back some crossbows. So I think he's going to use it to stop the spearmen. Let's see. His spear's got to go. They're going to go for the healthiest unit, which is the Sons of the Fallen. Or one of the healthiest units. The other healthy unit is the Dwarven Noblemen. Charge! Nice. They turn around and do a counter charge. That was cool. Dwarves are dropping fast over here. Let's see. The elves are now on their way. After defeating Gondor, and just look at the aftermath. Look at this. Just a bloody fight to the bitter end. So yeah, here we go. We got more and more high elves closing in. They've got a long distance to go, though. Oh, he's got some archers over here. But they're not doing much. Noblemen are cleaning up this flank. And at this point, the men of Gondor need a miracle. They absolutely need a miracle. Great move with the crossbows. Look at this. Perfect. They're going to fire down on these Gondor spearmen. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Getting some easy kills. Now he's going to flank around these nobles. These nobles are pretty nasty. Oh, man. Will the dwarves turn this battle around? Got to try to silence these crossbows. Good move by Gondor. Leg sweep. Boom. Yeah, these noblemen still have 64. They've only lost like 5 men. That's crazy. I mean, honestly, if all these units were in the fight right away for the dwarves, this battle would have been a lot quicker. I think the dwarves might just win this alone. I think they're going to take this. That's crazy. It's just these dwarven units are so good. And if he just sent them in right at the beginning, you know, initial fight, I think he would have won. Yeah, the nobles, look at them. They're just like they're just steamrolling, man. They're steamrolling right now. Unstoppable force. Just crushing these nobles. These nobles stood no chance against them. There's only 4 left now. One's a banner carrier. Oh, that's game, guys. The elves don't even need to help. The dwarves are going to stand their ground against the, well, initially victorious Gondor force. But all these noblemen need to do, turn around, kill these guys, flank around, kill these guys, it's over. The Sons of the Fallen are not breaking anytime soon. Oh, they admit defeat. Yeah, they knew it. Yeah, there we go. And they have admitted defeat. Unfortunate. So, both sides won for the Elven Dwarven Alliance. What was really impressive was from the Elves, the fact that they took on such a heavily defended spot and did such a great way, or did such a great job of just overwhelming them, penetrating through the defenses and getting behind the back lines. So we got great Gats getting 900, his ally getting 1,400, the Dwarves getting 1,800 kills. Great job by him. It was a good comeback by him. He did a really good job of kind of regrouping his forces and maybe giving Gondor a false sense of security, a false sense of confidence, because they regrouped. Honestly, I thought Gondor had it. I thought they had it, but yeah, no, they were just, the dwarves were way too strong. So if you want to look at the kills here, see who killed the most. 214 by Ironfoot Crossbowmen. So nothing like insane. 144 by the Dwarven Nobleman. That's actually really high considering that he was only in the late stages of the fight. Sons of the Fallen, same thing, really high for them for the very last couple minutes of the battle. 197, the crossbows did work there. Killing the general too was huge. That really affected Gondor as well. So that's going to wrap up another battle in Middle-earth, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course subscribe for more epic battles. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.